Hang on, are we live? We are live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Reema's friends, Reema's family. My name is Danny. And Reema, did you want to start? Did you want to do your introduction?
Well, I just want to kind of say hello to everyone. It's so nice of you to join me on some exciting news, really. Obviously, those people that have known me from my fitness classes, I've been doing Bhangra for over a year now with them, and hopefully, obviously, they've enjoyed it. But I'm now trying to branch out into nutrition, and I've kind of signed up to myself to the Arbonne brand. And it's something that I kind of fell into when I spoke to a lady called Emma, who's also online, and we'll shortly speak to her soon. And we kind of had a conversation at some point last year, Emma? I'm hoping, well, time flies, obviously.
I can't even remember the first conversation we had.
Exactly. But, you know, we've always wanted to meet, didn't we? And we kept saying, you know, well, I kept saying there was something that I wanted to be doing with the nutrition side and how I can actually connect that with my fitness classes. And because I knew myself that I was energized and feeling a bit healthier, I kind of wanted something that would combine that and embrace that connection that I have with, you know, making sure that you're healthy on the outside, but also from the inside. And straight away, it was like Arbonne's philosophy was there, straight away in my face, saying, you know, come to me. And I don't know whether it was by fate, very similar to what we did with how I kind of came about with Bhangra, but it was almost fate. Emma was obviously tagged me, we stayed friends, we kept in touch. And then suddenly with lockdown, I kept thinking, I need to move on. I've been given the opportunity now. Those that do know or don't, I've actually been able to now kind of start my business myself. So I'm breaking off my franchise with Bhangra Blaze, and I'm now starting my own. So I kind of felt I needed something there to connect and obviously bring that about. And Arbonne just fell into place, I guess. And it was that connection with the healthier mind, the stronger body, and, you know, having just, you know, feeling healthy, having beautiful skin, and just being a lot more confident, just felt that was right. So rather than thinking, is it the right time? Do I have the money? No, I don't. But, you know, it's why not? And that was it. What I looked at more of the benefits of saying, well, yeah, this is going to keep me going. I'm obviously going to start using some of the products because they're all plant-based and they're chemical-free, and they're all the obviously the skincare is dermatologically tested. It's vegan, it's gluten-free, and I think that's the way we're going. You know, I've been vegetarian now for about 6 months now, and I'm, you know, I'm also on a spiritual journey anyway. But that's what's key, and that's where I'm heading. And so yeah, so it was thanks to Emma who introduced me to this, and I thought, here we go, let's do it. So here I am, just launching it online. If I had the opportunity to try and get everyone around mine, I would. But obviously I can't. So it's really just my way of saying it's happening. It's in the pipeline. Obviously my website is up and running, but I will at some point start talking to you a bit more about this. But I then obviously want to introduce Daniela and Emma, who is part of the team, to obviously talk about a bit more about what I'm really kind of getting into. So Daniela, over to you.
Thank you, Reema. And you're absolutely right. If we were in better situations right now, we would definitely be having a big grand unveiling. We'd have a beautiful bow that you'd be able to cut. But this is the next best thing, so it's all good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So hi everybody. Hi Reema's friends. We're also doing a giveaway. So what we want you to do is comment how you know Reema. Put that in the comment section, and then everybody that contributes, we're going to put all your names into like a. We are live. Hello everybody. Hello right now.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, then we're going to put all your names into a hat and then pull somebody out randomly to win a full-sized Arbonne product. So make sure that you do that, because I personally would love to know how you know Reema as well. So You're probably wondering why myself and Emma are part of Reema's launch. So Reema asked us to come on and talk to you a bit about our experience with Arbonne. So I've actually had my own Arbonne business for 6 years. But I can tell you now, I didn't grow up thinking one day I'm going to own my own online franchise. One day I'm going to be a health and wellness advisor. In all honesty, I'd never even heard of Arbonne. My background was working in ophthalmology. So I worked for Specsavers opticians and I loved what I did. And I actually thought I'd be there till I retired, if I'm being honest. But what happened was, I've got 2 children, and unfortunately my youngest daughter had a stroke and a brain hemorrhage, and it came completely out of the blue. We did not see it coming. We landed ourselves in the Leicester Royal Hospital, and we basically were there for a long time. I took time off work. I ended up having a year off work in the end, most of that unpaid. And at the end of that year, my boss, who owned the Specsavers franchise, asked if I was coming back to work or not. And it broke my heart, but I had to say no, because although my daughter had made a recovery, I just felt like I was spinning too many plates. Like, I had that poorly daughter that was like in and out of ambulances. Like, she'd have physiotherapy, speech and language. I had another daughter, and there was no balance in my life whatsoever. It was complete chaos. I never had dinner with my husband as a family of 4. We never had dinner together. And that broke my heart. Like, it's the small things, isn't it, that you miss when they're gone. And when I didn't return back to the opticians, I found that my husband started working overtime. He was working weekends as well as in the week. He was then diagnosed with an autoimmune, and he was basically putting himself into an early grave. And I felt responsible as well for that. So I was actively looking for a business that I could do from my phone to create an income. I've always been a hard worker like Reema. I am willing to roll my sleeves up and I'm willing to work. But I found that there was nothing available that I could do with both my children in tow, and that I could literally, if I was employed, I could literally be like, sorry, I can't come in. My daughter's had a fit in a seizure. You know, an employee is not going to take somebody on like that. So there was no open doors. So I actually was approached about Arbonne 2 years later when I was still looking for something. And the girl that introduced me, she made me laugh, because she said to me, Danny, I can see you going through a really tough time at the minute. We'd got into massive amounts of debt. We'd got ourselves onto benefits, which is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I didn't want to stay there. I wanted to get off benefits very quickly. And she said to me, you need to look at doing what I do. And I was like, what is it you do? Because clearly you've got 4 kids and you seem to be making it work. What is it? And she said, I do Arbonne. And I said, I've never heard of that. And she said, oh, it's like an online franchise. It cost me £30 to get my business. That lasts me a year. You pay an annual renewal every 12 months. And basically you have all these products and you recommend them to people based on your honest experience. And I was like, what? I was like, I recommend things. I recommend movies all the time. I was like, restaurants. I was like, but no one's ever paid me a paycheck for recommending a restaurant. And I was thinking at the time of how many movies I'd recommended to people and all the extra money that I had put into the cinema's till because I'd recommended things. And I thought, gosh, if the cinema was to ring me up and say, we're going to give you 10% of all the extra money you've put our way, I would be a very, very rich person. So I was like, so let me get this straight. I can buy my online business. I can recommend products at my leisure, like in between my children's lifestyle, and I get paid for everything I recommend. She's like, yeah. And I was like, sign me up. I was like, I've got no idea how to use these products, although obviously I knew how to use like shampoo and sun cream and stuff. But like when it came to skincare, I was like, I have no idea how to use a skincare system. But I was like, I'm willing to learn. And that was 6 years ago. And I have never, ever looked back. It was the best thing I ever did. But that was the business for me. I'm going to let Emma explain her story because she is more about the products. So you're going to get a bit of a balance here. So over to you, Emma.
Thank you, Danny. And Reema, I am so excited for you. So thank you. So my name's Emma, and my background is completely different to both Danny and Reema, probably more similar to Reema actually than Danny, because my background is in the beauty industry. So I have been a beauty therapist and a manager and trainer for over 25 years now. And I've had my Arbonne business for 5 years, just over 5 years, nearly 5.5. And for me, again, a little bit like Danny, it all came about with children. They just mess up everything, these wonderful little creatures, don't they? So I was working at a very, very prestigious health spa, which I'm sure many of you know have heard of, especially if you're in the Leicestershire area, of Ragdale Hall. So let me know in the comments if you've heard of Ragdale Hall or if you've ever been there. Fabulous place. And I've actually been there for 18 years now. And I've worked on cruise ships, I've worked in London salons, been spa manager, but I've been at Ragdale for 18 years. And I worked my way up to treatment supervisor, duty manager, trainer, and I absolutely love the industry. I love my job. When I fell pregnant with my first daughter, I made the decision to only go back to work 2 days a week, which was absolutely the right decision for us. I didn't have any childcare around here, so I just didn't want to have to pay for childcare, and then all of my earnings would be going. So I just decided to do 2 days a week, which was fine. But what that meant is that I lost all of my seniority. I lost all of my duty manager position, my supervisory. I had to take a massive step down. And of course, that meant a big step down in pay as well. So I was actually actively looking for something else as well, a bit like Danny. So I needed something to bridge that gap and just to give that extra income boost. But I needed something that I could do from home, around my daughter, and something that would work. Now, because of all my knowledge in the industry, I was looking into something that's in the same industry because I absolutely love it. And I looked at a few different companies. And when I looked into Arbonne, I really thoroughly researched all of the products because I have that knowledge and I needed to know that this was really, really good stuff. I could not get involved with any company, any brand of beauty products after 20 years in the industry that was not going to be to that kind of really super high standard that I had been working with for the last 20 years. I tried the products, I absolutely fell in love with them. I got the business system straight away, and yeah, just it was the best decision I could have made. 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line, my second daughter came along. She's now 3. And what it enabled me to do is I took a 15-month maternity leave with her, and I only needed to go back to work 1 day a month. 1 day a month before all of this, of course. And literally the only reason I go and work 1 day a month is to get a break and get a day off the weekends.
That's why I do my Bangor fitness classes, to get a break.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's amazing. I've never looked back at it, and it's changed family life so much because I do everything around the kids now and I don't have to miss out on anything.
Well, that's the reason why I chose Arbonne. It's just because it kind of gives me that extra position where I can start thinking about perhaps, I mean, hopefully no one's watching, but, try and leave the other part-time job that I do. Okay, I can say, I've got various hats on. I'm a mum. I'm a fitness instructor. I work part-time too. And I've got this nutrition head on. So I'm just literally just saying I need to kind of work for myself now. I can choose my hours. I can bring in my own income. And the fact is that both these businesses connect to one another. And it's almost kind of creating this one-stop shop for me now and say, this is what I want to do moving forward, and get more peace of mind without having to just, look for a scapegoat and think, well, I need something more. I know I've got it now. I can say I've got this, and this is how I'm going to move forward with my business. It's that passion now. This is always something that I've always had in my mind, that I need to kind of add more value to my members. And not just members, it's other people. Because I've always kind of said, I want to help other people now, trying to make a difference. Okay, I'm 45, I've got 5 kids. And it's like so huge to try and create some positivity now, especially with the lockdown. In general terms anyway, people have got a very low morale about themselves. So it's really just trying to boost confidence. And I think this will also help with that. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've done it.
I love that. I absolutely love it. So let's ask you a couple more questions, Reema.
Ooh, okay.
So I want to talk a little bit more about the product. So from my experience, when I was first looking at this business, I didn't have much product knowledge, and I'm actually a little bit embarrassed to share this with all of you on here. Both my kids had really bad skin. Like, they'd be like red, raw, itchy skin. We'd go to the GP, we'd get the creams, we'd come back, it wouldn't work. And it was an ongoing situation for a few years. And I literally had tried everything. So when I found out that Arbonne did like over 500 products in so many categories, like I was like, oh, when I saw it had children's range, it like piqued my interest. And my friend said, yeah, as a consultant, we can access all the products at cost. That's a perk to the job. And I was like, great. I went onto the website, and I'm going to be totally transparent with all of you right now. I went onto the website and I saw it had this giant kids hair and body wash, and it was £15. Now that probably doesn't seem like a lot of money to some people, but for me, I was spending 99p. So I was like, it's a big difference going from like £1 to 15. And I said to my friend, I can't justify it. I was like, to me, it's a lot of money. And she said to me, okay, I hear you. She said, but what happens if you buy it and it works? It actually improves your kid's skin. And we're all mums here, and we all know without hesitation, if something's going to work, if something's going to be a solution to a problem, money's not a problem. And so I said, absolutely, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. I said, but Emma, I'm like, because she was called Emma as well, so I'm concerned that it's not going to work, and I've just wasted £15. And she said, well, Arbonne's got a money back guarantee. She said, you can use any of the products within 45 days, and if you don't get the results you're looking for, you can send like the half-used products back. Now, to me, I thought, if this company believes that much in its products, so I took the plunge and I paid for the hair and body wash, and I was so glad I did, because within 3 days, both my girls, their skin had cleared up, and their red, raw, itchy skin never returned. And not only that, that one bottle that was £15 lasted me, my 2 children, over 6 months. So when I was looking at it, I was like, I was spending £1 a week on like hair and body wash, which is £52 a year. Whereas to buy the Arbonne one, that's 2 bottles a year. Not only have I saved money in the long run, but I've done my bit for the environment, because obviously all this going through, it's got an impact. Now, what I learned was that Arbonne products are heavily concentrated. There is no fillers. The cheap products I was using naively have got a lot of fillers in, and the products that I was used to, 97% of the bottle was watered down in something called mineral oil, which is basically a byproduct from the petrol industry. Something that's not good enough for petrol is put in our products, like shampoo, body wash, sun cream, like all of these like greasy products that we use. You know, when you use hand cream, it's greasy. That's
absolutely,
I had no idea. So
I hear you totally. Yeah, I mean, because even with
tell us about your product experience.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm just going to go with the skincare, because one of the things with my family as well, it's the skincare is a big issue. You know, we all suffer from hay fever in some kind of way, whether it's eczema or itchiness or something. And my son, who's got autism, also kind of scratches a lot as well. And, you know, his skin's really blemished. So we're always trying to find something that helps him, you know, take away the itchiness and stuff. And none of the stuff on the shop counter works. Even, you know, if a doctor subscribes it, it doesn't work. When I went through homeopathic medicine, it cleared it. So I've always kind of gone back to myself and said, okay, why, you know, if I've got some product that is going to be plant-based, it's all clinically tested, there's nothing, you know, no chemicals on there, why don't I try this? So that is probably one of the first things I'm going to try and do, is get one of those products to be able to help them with that. But on the nutrition side, I tried the 7-day cleanse, and for me, God, that was a godsend. It kind of cleared everything up for me, and it really kind of boosted some energy, because I really need my coffee in the morning, and as part of that, it was as part of the cleanse, you're gonna have to try and stop having coffee, and one of those things which I just love, and I'm really missing at the moment while I'm actually trying to order my next set of products, is the fizzy sticks. And it's an energy boost, I swear to God. It's almost kind of like a kind of Coke, okay, but it's not. It's kind of I don't know how to describe it, but it's got really different flavors, okay, but I'm missing it, and I've heard it for about a week ago, and it's already in my system, and my body wants it. Yeah. My body really wants it.
It's like, for anybody that doesn't know, it's like it's a drink, and it's a healthy alternative to coffee, Monster, Red Bull. So I have about 4 of them a day, but I used to have 8 cups of coffee a day, and now
But this is it.
It is so healthy. It's so good for you.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I kind of dropped my 3 o'clock coffee break, if you like, especially obviously when I was at work as well. And I know that I'm going to do that at work when I go back. I will take a fizzy drink with me, because I always kind of felt really tired and drained. Obviously now with the kids in lockdown, it's like, give me strength, you know. And then suddenly I know at 3 o'clock, I'm like, I can have a fizzy drink. And after this was all last week, and it was great. So I perked me up a bit. I thought, you know what, I'm ready. And especially when I'm doing those classes as well, oh, lifesaver. So yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised. And with one of, you know, with the products, the shakes, I'm not a fan of a shake. Okay. I really kind of got put off with my sister using shakes on a different plan. But when I got told how to use it and what kind of healthy fruits I can put in, and obviously some vegetables, you know, some spinach and stuff, I thought, okay, I'm going to give it a go. Forget all those thoughts in my head about why, what, whatever. Just do it. And I actually enjoyed them. So it's trying to change my mindset and be a bit more positive, and saying this is now becoming the healthy me. And, you know, I actually feel flatter. I am so chuffed. Okay, I'm just so chuffed that me, who hasn't really been, you know, doing the regular classes, I've probably just done 1 or 2. But again, you know, we don't get much exercise, you know, with the kids, probably a few walks, whatever. But I feel it got to a point where I need, you know, I'm bloated, I've had enough, I need something. And this just came about. I mean, I only just decided about 2 weeks ago, I'm doing this. And just suddenly, I'm like, here I am. I'm ready for it. I've got this 7-day cleanse inside me. I feel really good. And then I hit the button on the 30-day healthy plan. I was like, what am I doing? But I'm doing it. Okay. So yeah, it's already starting to change my attitude, change the way I want to do things. I'm not a great cook. I'm really not a great cook, but I really want to feel that I can start giving nourished food to my children, you know. So there's sometimes where I have to process food, you know. It is one of those things. That's the way life works. But I really want to try and start doing that a lot more. And I think with this kind of mindset, the focus, the discipline, I can start doing that now. And yeah, sorry, I've kind of gone all, yeah. Continue.
Do you know what? This is absolutely brilliant, Reema. You are just coming into yourself, and I absolutely love it. And you know, when we had first had the conversation about, you know, the nutrition, and something that even though my background's in beauty, one of the things I love most about the fact that Arbonne do skincare and nutrition is what we put inside our bodies is just as, if not more so important to good healthy skin. And the nutrition is phenomenal. You've already talked about fistics. I mean, they are just my lifesaver. Talk about a mummy hack. It's the best thing in the world ever. But you know, when we were talking about shakes before, and you had concerns and you were worried, and now that you've started to get the understanding of how it's not about calorie counting and weight loss, which is a lot what shake diets are all about. It's about nutritional cleansing. It's about saturating your body with good, healthy nutrients and proteins, and reducing your body's toxic load. And the weight loss that happens is just a byproduct of that. It is not what it is about. It's a byproduct.
But that's how I set my Bangor Fit classes. It's not about losing weight. It's about increasing your energy levels. And I've always said that to my group, to say, look, calm down. You know, if you lose weight, a bonus. But the point is, you're there to increase your energy levels, because it's only then that you make right choices, make good decisions, you feel positive about yourself, you walk away feeling on a high. And then, yes, if you lose the weight, that's even better, you know. Exactly. Improving your stamina, it's all about that physical health, but then also your mindset starts being a bit more positive. You walk away feeling, I'm so glad I've done it, even though it kind of, my mind was saying, I don't really want to go, I should be going, I should be doing this. You actually walk out thinking, fantastic. And that's how I'm like as well. I just stop that noise and I think, just do it. It's good for you. Stop talking to yourself, just get that mindset and say you're doing it. And I think that's how it came about with Arbonne.
Absolutely.
Stop talking, stop thinking about what other people are going to think, what hubby thinks, just do it. And then if you see the results, even better. And I have, to be honest, I have seen results in 7 days already.
Yeah.
So I'm up for it. And, you know, if it doesn't work, it's on my head. But I feel I'll feel a lot better anyway in myself. And if I see that, the kids will see that, hubby will see that, you know, but the members will see it, you know. And I know I'll be a lot more stronger. And just to try and kind of create that bridge, how it all works with the fitness classes and nutrition. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just for the classes. It could be for everyone. Certainly, I think this could be a new step for me to understand a bit more about nutrition. Like I said, I'm no great cook.
Absolutely.
I was spoiled when I was young. Don't cook, fine, you'll do it when you get married, it's no problem. But now it's like, think about what you're doing, think about what you're eating, think about what you're doing to the kids. You know, other people say, well, you should know this by now, you're 45. Hey, you know, so what? I'm learning now, and that's the main thing. I've made that stand, and that's what I'm doing. So
absolutely. So what do you think, in a nutshell, is what you're most excited about with starting your own business with Arbonne?
I think, like I said, it's that kind of philosophy that Arbonne already has about focusing on what's important inside and out. And I think that's what I'm trying to do with my Bangla classes. I'm offered, I can tailor that class. My little baby wants to come in now, but I've tailored the class so it can be available to everyone. And I think that's the way Arbonne is as well. It's available to everyone. You may not like one thing. I don't think I did like anything at the moment. I wasn't so sure about that Bloody Cleanse drink at first, but then again, it was a lifesaver because it stopped me from taking all the caffeine in and stuff. So, you know, it's just a change of attitude. But I think it is more just knowing that I'm going to start putting things that are going to be good for me. And if it's good for me, I can make good choices. I can then be a lot more positive about myself. And that's the energy that's going to be able to, I can transfer out to other people. I think that's so important.
Yeah. I absolutely love that. And do you know what? I am conscious of the time. I know that
you've
got your kids, Reema. So I'll say some last things, and then if you want to have any final words at the end. So I just want to say thank you so much, Reema, for being so brave and starting your own business. Completely clear to me why Emma's been raving about you for so long and saying that Reema's going to help so many people. Reema's going to make such a massive difference. Like, that absolutely shines through. I can't wait to meet you in person. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's either on this live or watching this on replay for taking the time to actually support Reema's business. Like, it absolutely means a massive amount. And you probably now you're probably thinking, okay, so what next? What are the different avenues of where I could get involved, where I can help Reema? So there's 3 different ways that you can help support her with her business. The first way is if you've listened to this and thought, actually, this sounds like something that I'd like to do as a business, that is absolutely an option. And if you've got questions around that, just feel free to ask Reema, or she can message myself or Emma, and we can definitely have a conversation about that. So if that's you and you've got some questions, you think I'd like to do this as well, just say, I'm number 1, I've got some questions, and that's great. If that's not an option for you, that's fine. You might have listened to this and thought, I really want to try some of the products. Like, there's definitely things that I can see around my house that I'm running out of: hand cream, sun lotion, those fizz sticks, protein shakes, shampoo, body wash. There's over 500 products. So if there's something that you're running low on and you think, instead of replacing that at a high street store, I'm going to buy that through Reema, that is a massive way to support her business and just help it in the first couple of weeks get, like any business, get it up and off the ground. Because if you use even one product and you love it, you're going to tell other people. And this business is built on word of mouth. So thank you so much. If that's you, just comment, I'm a number 2. And then Reema or Emma and myself can have a chat to you about what it is that you're looking for, or you can have a look at her website online and have a little browse. So that's number 2. If neither of those are for you, again, absolutely fine. The third option is what I call a cheerleader. So this is somebody that just on a regular basis says to Reema, hey Reema, how's your business going? Have you got any new products coming out? Do you want me to write you a testimony about some products, or send me one of those fizz sticks and I'll tell everybody about how great they are? Or you could host like a little online virtual 15-minute Facebook party, which we can provide, which is great. And if you do host a 15-minute party on Facebook, there's Lauren, we at Arbonne actually do a host reward scheme. So you can actually unlock free gifts for yourself just by hosting an online party, and it's 15 minutes. So being a cheerleader, option number 3, is as important. So thank you so much if that's you. Just comment 1, 2 or a 3. So that's it from me. Reema, did you want to add anything else before we finish?
Yeah, I think like I said, it was just for me, it was so important just to let people know, you know, that I'm doing this, you know. I wanted to share it. I want to let people know this is my next step forward. Obviously, I've been on a roller coaster for the last year anyway. What with my fitness classes, I've had lots of opportunities to, you know, get into the community, make a difference to children and adults, and I've loved it. And I think this is also my next step. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to continue not doing what I do love best, which is my fitness classes. This is an extension to that. And I think that's what it was. I just want to share how excited I was with other people. So, you know, if it's not something that they want to be part of, that doesn't really matter. You know, it's a case of, hey, I support you. I love what you're doing. And I think that's for me is enough to be able to say, look, I know other people love what I'm doing. That's fine. And yeah, I will, you know, be putting a bit more stuff on product launches. I want to try and do a product launch at some point. I'm now starting to do my 30-day plan as well, which will kind of consist of various other, you know, things during my plan. And, you know, I can share that with you if anyone's interested, or joining me, you know, it's okay. But yeah, I just want to let people know I'm here. I'm still here, and I'm good. I will be better, and just watch me rock it in a year's time. I think this is going to be so good for me, my business, for other people. Yeah,
I think that's great.
Yeah, just watch this space.
Closing statement there, Reema. Thank you so much. And Emma,
thank you for joining me. Thanks for sharing this with me as well.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for everyone watching. Send me a little text if you like it. Bye. Don't forget, if you want to comment, get those fizzy drinks. Please find out, let Danielle know how you met me. Good. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.